over the past 20 years plus, our economy has been growing quite handsomely, around 6% on average. We also see that the volume of export have been increasing. For example, the export of manufactured goods from this country has been increasing from only around 43 million USD in 2000 to now we are talking about more than 1 billion. And if you work out the total exports, the volume of export totally, generally, they have increased from around 959 million USD in the year 2000 to where now we are around 5.96 billion USD, which is a respectable growth. But what we are seeing from this economic growth is that our economy is not growing in the same line as the rate of reducing poverty. Poverty reduction rates have been very slow, and therefore we have reduced the poverty, for example, the abject poverty from only around 36% to now where we are around 26%. Reduction of only 10%, which is very small. And we think that is a problem. And of course, the reasons is that there are mainly two. The economy has been growing involving sectors which are not really capturing the majority of people. So for example, the agriculture has been growing at less than 5%, similar for fisheries, similar for livestock development, similar for forestry, for instance. And these are the sectors which are taking a lot of people, and therefore reduction of poverty has not been as good as we would have wished. So going forward, we want really to see inclusive and economic growth in which everybody is able to participate, the growth which actually is able to create jobs. Over the past 50 years almost, this country and many other African countries have been exporting raw materials. So even the number that I'm quoting here, there are numbers coming from raw materials. And there's no any country in the world which developed because of exporting raw materials. So we exported our minerals, our agricultural products in raw forms. Going forward, this government wants to focus very much on value addition. And by doing that, we'll be able to create jobs. And really value addition, you're talking about industrialization, especially small and medium industrial enterprises at rural areas. So that at the end of the day, we have a growth in economy which is inclusive, reduces poverty, but also creates jobs. And more importantly, it leads us to prosperity for all. That is going to be achieved by increasing our value-added exports. I think that is critical. That is only possible if we focus on manufacturing sector. One thing that we want to do going forward, we realize two things, is what we call ruthless prioritization. I think that we have so many needs, so many wants. We'd like to do a lot of things. We'd like to direct resources to areas that we think they will take us further. My biggest role in this ministry, one is to ensure that we are able to create the political, the economic and legal framework in which the economy grows, there is development happening, we are able to attract investors, we ensure that the public corporations, the state-owned enterprises are able to play their rightful role in terms of facilitating our economic growth. So creating that atmosphere is my biggest role. The second one is really being able to coordinate everybody in government and in the private sector to ensure that whatever they are doing, they are contributing to achieving the bigger picture, the national goal of this country, to achieving our national vision. Obviously, resources are going to be critical, including financial resources. And we have to answer the question, where are we going to get resources? Obviously, one is to engage the private sector very strongly this time around, and to ensure that the government only does things that we believe they cannot be done by the private sector. Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, who is the president of our country, has been ranked in Africa as the most business-friendly president. So this is her top agenda. She welcomes you to invest in Tanzania, and please come so that we work together to grow our economy. Thank you very much.